recording.
Yay! A few little technical difficulties with our second ever video. I'm going to show you really quick on the clocks for those of you who weren't at the training.
This is Holly, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I'm Holly. This is what you will get. You will get a print. The prints are double-sided. It's got the traditional numbers on one set of prints and then the Roman numeral numbers on the other set of prints. It's the blue and then the tan is on the reverse. And then there are a total right now of 7 different vinyl centers. We may add one more. And then there's also the vinyl corners. Right now we've got 2 of those, and we'll probably add one more. Okay, so I am going to show you how to do the vinyl on the clocks at the teacher.
Show the center one more time real quick.
Here's the center. One of the centers. So I'm going to show you how to apply this at the teacher training. I think I freaked everyone out a little bit by making this more stressful than it needs to be. This is what they're going to get in the class. They're going to get this. They need to take and they need to cut this down, and they want to cut as close to the circle as they can without actually cutting the circle. So what they're going to end up with is this, which I have already trimmed down, just like those cooking shows when prepped. Okay, so I'm going to have Kim manually zoom our fancy camera down. What I did on this that is different from the teacher training is we made this line right here a little bit thicker so that you've got a little more give with the clock, so that the vinyl can overlap it a little. So they're going to take, they want to make sure that it's lined up with this line here so that it doesn't end up being crooked. So they want to keep an eye on that, and they're going to want to go from the top to the bottom. So what I'm doing here is I'm just making the top of my black vinyl line up with this black line. And you want to get it so it's about covering up about half of that circle, and I'm just looking at the top probably 1/4 of the circle. So I'm going to let it kind of fall on there. And we talked about that these, because there's so much vinyl involved, that there's a lot of static, and so when it comes in contact with the paper, it will just suction up. So you can see how I'm holding this up. I want to make sure that I don't get any bubbles. And so what I'm going to do is, once I've got it lined up on here, I'm going to flatten it down slowly and try to crease out any of the bubbles as it goes down. And when we give you your teacher kits, whichever vinyl center you choose, we are going to give you 2 so that you can get a little bit of practice doing this. And then they just peel. It's just like any other vinyl. They just peel.
We should have done our nails before we did these videos.
I know, especially because I was playing with nail polish the other day. Yeah, that was really tacky.
Just commenting, sorry.
So you can see, because of that black line, I don't have to have it dead on. It will allow me to have a little bit of a giveaway all the way around the clock. And then because we went really slowly, there's a tiny, teeny little bubbles. You can usually rub those out with your fingers. You can see I got rid of most of those. And then once you put the texturizing cream on, you won't be able to see those at all. So that's the centers. These are the corners. This is how the corner is going to come. It's going to come just cut in a square like that. They just want to cut it down so that it looks like that. So basically all they did was cut just across here. And then they pull it off just like any other vinyl. When they do these, what they want to make sure is that the points in the corners is lined up with this corner. So you see how here? So you want to line that up there, and then you just pull it back, and then you're looking at the edge of the vinyl right here and making sure that this and this are both evenly spaced from the circle. And you want to keep in mind when you're doing this that 1/4 of an inch of the clock is going to be covered up when you put it in the frame. So they want to keep that in mind, that there's going to be some spacing here that's going to go away. And so they want to make sure that they pull it in a little bit closer than they might want if they were just looking at the full print. And then they just peel this off just like any other little piece of vinyl. And this one, because the individual vinyl pieces are smaller, you don't have to worry about bubbles. It's just really easy.
Ta-da!
Yay! That's it.